Okay, cool. So this is all about landing your first tech job using LinkedIn. What I wish I knew and what I've studied. So there's this book called LinkedIn Riches. You guys should check it out. Please check it out. It's called LinkedIn Riches. It's about 150 pages, so it's not a long book. It's very short. You can read it in one weekend, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about how to make money on LinkedIn. It's a game changer. So most of the principles are gonna come from this book. Please feel free to let me know if you've got any questions at any given time. Let me know. Yeah. So we're living in the attention economy. Does anyone know what the attention economy is? Anyone in on site and online? Yes, Bo.
No, I wasn't raising my hand.
Oh, okay. Does anyone know what the attention economy is? Nelis, you seem very smart. You know this stuff. Okay, so basically, in today's world, the most important asset that's there is someone's attention. It's not even data or oil anymore. Attention is now the most valuable commodity known to mankind. And this is because time is such a precious resource. You only get 24 hours of it, right? And if you spend 8 hours a day sleeping and 8 hours a day at work, that means you only have 8 hours left. And with so many social networks and streaming sites and games and all these things that are going on in the world, it's a lot more difficult to be seen and to stand out. So if you can grab people's attention, then you will have everything that you want, whether it's a job, whether it's clients or whatever. If you can get people to focus on you, you will be fine. If you look at Andrew Tate, I know he's a very polarizing figure. Some people love him, some people hate him. He's actually a pimp, apparently. He's being trialed for being a pimp, right? But what he did so well when he broke onto the scene was if you went on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere and you were scrolling, you would see him. Wherever you go, you would see him. And he managed to create a very successful business using attention. Then there's also Logan Paul, if you guys know him. I'm sure you guys know him from the WWE or from the internet, right? Logan Paul created that brand Prime with KSI, and it's yes, I mean now the sales of Prime are going down and things like that, but they managed to create a multi-million-dollar business simply because they knew how to capture people's attention through skits and streams and all these things. So if you want a job, you need to learn how to grab people's attention. Okay. I forgot to do something. Please just give me a minute. It's fine. Okay, cool. So there's been a very big shift in job searches from the 70s to today. So in the 70s, normally, I'm sure no one here was born in the 70s or was looking for a job in the 70s, right? So apparently back in the day, if you needed a job, you'll just go on a classified or company bulletin boards and word of mouth. That was the only way to get a job. Then a decade later, we had headhunters and recruitment agencies, right? So these headhunters, basically what they do is they get a company that comes to them and say, we need a senior software engineer. And then the headhunters will go to senior software engineers that are already working at other companies and will entice them to come and join their company. So those kind of people rose in the 80s. If you're not getting headhunted, if you don't get recruiters calling you, even when you're at a job, then it means you still need to improve on a lot of things. You need to get to the point where you are being headhunted, right? Then in the 2000s, the internet came, and then job boards like Indeed.com, PNet, and all these other job boards came online. So now, when you needed a job, you would go to an internet cafe, you'd go onto these job websites, and you would apply for a job, and you would get a job from that. But nowadays, it's a lot more difficult because the competition is very high. Back in the day, not everyone had the internet. So the applications from internet job searches were less. And in this decade or the previous one, social networking platforms like LinkedIn have come, right? So now all jobs or the best jobs, you'll find them on LinkedIn or or social networks basically. And then right now, as we speak, everything is going mobile and everything is using AI. So if you're looking for a software developer job, most likely if you send in your CV, it first gets checked by AI or ATS systems or whatever they call them. So you need to make sure that you adapt to today's landscape. But this webinar is all about how to use LinkedIn. So yeah. So the way people find jobs has changed forever. Firstly, your online presence matters. People will search you online and look for everything about you online before they even contact you. So if you think your online presence doesn't matter, you are sadly mistaken. You need to make sure that your online presence is fantastic. And that's what you're going to learn today, how to make that online presence, especially on LinkedIn, right? Yeah, don't post funny, weird stuff. Don't post things on Twitter that use swear words, or just be a professional online. It's so important, especially for juniors. Then networking is now non-negotiable. In South Africa, we have 62% unemployment, right? Amongst the youth, there are no jobs. People are struggling for jobs. In fact, I wouldn't say there are no jobs. I would say there's a lack of knowledge on how to apply for jobs. But by far, the best way for you to get a job in this economy is through networking. It's not through applying blindly on Indeed and hoping for the best. It's through your network. So it's not negotiable to network. Especially January guys, because you guys are almost there. Your network, please. Your network is so important. Okay, but you're gonna learn how to network just now. Then always tailor your applications. Always tailor your applications, because when when a job is posted on LinkedIn, that job can have two, three, four, 500 people apply for that same job. The only way for you to stand out is through a tailored application, because some people just use the same CV for 1,000 jobs and hope for the best. That won't work. Okay. Okay, so in this new economy, there are going to be losers and winners. And I'm sure you guys at Malsoft want to be on the winning side, because here we win. What the losers do, they spray and pray. So just like I mentioned before, they apply to 1,000 jobs using the same CV, and they just hope and pray. Especially that easy apply button on LinkedIn. That's a trap. And it gives you the illusion of I'm actually making progress when you are not. Do not use the spray and pray method, right? You need to tailor your CV to each job application, like what the winners do on the right. Losers neglect the power of building a strong and professional online presence. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, and I mean, let's just say you didn't know, but after today, if you continue neglecting building your online presence on LinkedIn, I don't know, maybe you just don't, you're not, maybe you're not, you don't want the job. Maybe you don't want to advance your career as much, right? Maybe you're, maybe you're not 100% committed. But if you are not a loser, please do not neglect the power of building a strong professional online presence. And then losers also are afraid to reach out to recruiters and hiring managers directly. But we'll discuss this a bit later today. So yeah, and then winners, video first, videos. I mean, winners are always posting video content on LinkedIn. Video content is proven to create a bond with the watcher much, much faster than any other type of content. So make sure that when you're creating your content, you are using a lot of video. Then, like I mentioned, tailor your CV to each job letter, and do not neglect a cover letter. It's also very, very important. And then lastly, when you apply for a job, make sure that you follow up on applications after a reasonable time. I would recommend you to send a follow-up message once every week when you have applied to a job. It 100% makes you stand out because you're showing the company that you really, really, really want to work with them. Okay. All right. So we're gonna cover 10 tips to make the most out of LinkedIn. So the most important tip out of them all is this one. You need to know your audience. You need to understand what you want. In this lesson, we're talking about how to get a job. So your audience are recruiters, hiring managers, and potential colleagues to the companies that you want to work at. These are the three. Everything in your profile should be addressed to this person or these three people: recruiters, hiring managers, and potential colleagues. Every piece of content that you create must speak to these people. Everything that you do must be directed to your ideal audience. So this is so important. It's so important. I see a lot of people just, and I used to do this myself as well. When I would go on LinkedIn, I'll just post whatever I feel like posting on that day. And if you have that kind of an approach where you're just creating content and you're just hoping that someone is gonna see it, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. There's also this line called the riches are in the niches. So if you truly understand your little subsection of the people that you need to target, then you'll be fine. You'll get your first job quickly, right? So yeah, know your audience. Very, very important. Then secondly, profile picture. I've seen some of your profile pictures on LinkedIn. You cannot put a picture of yourself at the beach on LinkedIn, or your birthday celebration on LinkedIn. You need a professional image. So make sure, just like this lady here, this is a perfect image, right? Professional attire, um, and smiling. Smiling is important on LinkedIn. You need to show your teeth as well when you smile. Make that smile as wide as possible, because that's the first thing when someone is scrolling. They first see your picture. So your picture is, it needs to look professional. You need to smile and show that you are warm, show that people can approach you and come to you. So invest in a professional photography, professional picture. If you come to the campus, we can help you with getting your professional picture taken. But you can even do this on your phone or whatever device that you use. But guys, this is very important. Also, the banner, the banner that goes on the back. So let me just quickly Okay. So there's also this banner that's behind you. This is also extremely important, and it needs to speak to your target audience, not to show. Don't talk about yourself. Remember that golden rule in marketing and sales: customers only care about themselves. So always write what's in it for them, but make sure that you design a professional looking banner. You can use Canva. This one was made on Canva, and it's very simple because Canva has all the templates that you need. So please fix your banners. Okay. All right. Question from Tabile: how does one structure that follow-up message to not sound naggy? That's a very good question. You don't want to sound naggy indeed. But if you have applied for a job, you can induce some scarcity. You can just say to the recruiter, "Hey, I'm actively looking for other opportunities. So, but I'm really interested in this one. So please let me know if there's any update, right?" Then just keep reminding them that you are open to other opportunities as well, and they're not the only company that you're applying at. And then there's also another principle that you can use, which is following up with value, where instead of just following up, you can create pieces of content or videos or text, or I mean, I prefer videos. You can create videos showing how you can help them, showing the kind of impact that you can make in that company, and send those videos to them once every week. There was this other lady, her name was Vanessa. That's what she did with us. She would just send us edited videos of the stuff that she does, because she was a video editor. And it's difficult to not notice someone who's sending you videos that benefit you. So that would be my recommendation. Send them videos. Okay. Okay, cool. Then the third most important thing is your headline. So when someone looks at your profile picture on LinkedIn, the next thing that they see is the headline. So I'm gonna show what it looks like on the feed, right? So this is the home feed. Scrolling down. Oh, there's Mr. Cater, right? There's the name and the profile picture, and then this is the headline: lead software engineer, founder at Cater. So this is what people see. People see this headline before they even click on your profile or know about you. They see the headline. So it is very important to make sure that your headline is fantastic. And these are the three key tips when it comes to creating a headline. Firstly, keyword optimization. Because you're looking for a job, let's say a React developer or front end developer job, or if it's a Python developer job, whichever job that you're looking for, make sure that those keywords are put in your headline. That way, when recruiters are searching on the search, your profile can come up, right? So make sure that you have the right keywords on your headline. Then you should also showcase your value proposition. So value proposition basically means what makes you unique, what makes you different. Make sure to include this as well. And then make sure to keep it short, under 120 characters. Keep it clear, keep it concise. That's how you write a headline. So the best headlines normally have the value proposition and the keywords all in one line or in two lines, but under 120 characters. I hope this is making sense. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Okay, thank you, Rutabile and Kosi. All right, cool. So Now that you've got your headline nailed on, um, the next thing that you need to do is a profile video. This is something that I need to work on as well. So remember that everything is a competition. The job that you want, a thousand other people want the same job. You need to stand out. And one of the best ways to stand out on LinkedIn is to have a video on your profile. So when someone goes on your profile, they'll see your picture, they'll see your headline. If they scroll a little bit down, I'm gonna share this tab again. Okay, so let's say this is your profile. Ideally, you want to have your video here where it says featured. I'm actually working on mine now. I need to get it up, but it's almost done. Ideally, you want to have a video here. And in that video, you need to spend maybe 2 to 3 minutes just talking about how you can help the customer, how you can help the recruiter or that company, right? There's also studies that show that if someone spends more than 2 minutes on your website, the chances of them converting increase by 80%. So this profile page in the job search, this is your website. This profile page is your website. So make sure to add a video somewhere here. Okay. If you could add it here also, just let me know. But yeah, make sure to add a video. It's a game changer. That will definitely make you stand out. All right. Then when it comes to the about me section, fill this in. So this is where LinkedIn gives you, I think, 2,000 characters to just tell us more about yourself. So as with the golden rule, do not make it about yourself. No one cares. No one cares, right? Make it about them. How do they stand to benefit from working with you? So there is this script that you should use that will do everything for you. It's a very popular script um, in marketing. So all you need to do is just put these headlines, I mean these subjects, and write and fill in the blanks. Just copy this. I'll share the slides on Discord with you guys so that you can copy this script. Copy it exactly as it is. So just say, start with what I do, then you write a summary of what you do. Then who I work with, that's probably, you'll say something like forward thinking companies that are on the forefront of innovation, right? For example. Or if you want to work specifically with AI companies, maybe you only want to work with AI companies, then you write that I work with AI driven companies. If you only want to work with banks, write that I work with banks, right? Or to say I have a very strong interest in the banking industry. It's when you're identifying your target audience or the dream job that you want, you need to specify which industry that job is in. If you want to be in learning and boot camps and stuff, then you write I want to work with boot camps. Be as specific as possible because that again will also make you stand out. Then why you should hire me, write the specific value that you bring. Why should they hire you? Then what makes you different, write that. Yeah, what sets you apart, how you work, tell them how you work, right? So research the organization that you want to work for and or the organizations that you want to work for, what they all do, how they all work, and then just paste it in here. Then write your tech stack, recent projects and experience. This is also very crucial and critical to put on your about me section, and then a call to action. So I'll share this with you. This is what I did on my profile as well. Everything that I did on my profile, I am not any sort of a genius. I just got it from that book, LinkedIn Riches, and it has been working very well for me. lately. So you can copy this, right? You can do this. Then go to ChatGPT. Open my ChatGPT. It's locked out. Okay. Paste it in like this, right? And then just write this short little prompt. Say, I am a junior software engineer. Help me rewrite the about me section of my LinkedIn profile using the script above. Right. And then always say, ask me a list of questions before you proceed. Right. Then you just answer these questions. And then once you answer these questions, it's gonna rewrite it for you. So you don't have to worry about this. It's already been done for you. This script works. It's a magic script. Apparently words have magic in them somehow. Apparently. But yeah. Cool. Any questions so far? Are you guys happy? Okay. Cool. So then when you're done with that about me section, complete the rest of your profile. Very important. Before you even do anything, before you start reaching out, applying to jobs, networking, the first thing that you need to do is to fix your profile, because your profile is your landing page. Your profile is your website in the job search. All the recruiters are on LinkedIn. So they will click your picture, your wonderful smiling picture that looks formal, and they'll go on your profile. If they see blanks on your profile and things like that, then you're just doing yourself a disservice. What you want to do is complete everything, every little thing that LinkedIn gives you. So if it says services here, you put services, add them. Featured, this is where you put your profile video, right? Then you go down under experience, put all your experiences and explain what you did at that place, and then add your skills on each and every post that you've ever had, right? Then your education, put everything, every course that you've taken, put it here. Every degree, every diploma, put everything here. Then your licenses and certifications, do the same thing. Then projects, every project that you build that has a link, put it here. It's important. Put all your projects here, all your Netlify, your CV projects, no matter how lame you think they are or whatever, put them. We want to see them. If you've done volunteering work, put it here. Your skills, all your skills, put them here. And when it comes to skills, I would also advise you to take these LinkedIn skill assessments here. So when you say to LinkedIn that you're great at WordPress, for example, you can write an exam, and if you are in the top 1/3, I think, top 1/3 or 25% in the world, then you get a badge. This is very important. You guys need to get this badge for JavaScript, for React, for Node.js. Off the record, this is off the record. Don't say I didn't tell you this. There are guys on Fiverr that can write these exams for you, these skill assessments for you, for 200 Rand. Fiverr. There are guys that can write this stuff for 200 Rand and you'll have all the badges. Guys in Pakistan, in India. Off the record. Mine I wrote, okay? Mine I actually wrote. I didn't.
How do you know about it?
No, I said off the record. I said off the record. So yeah, do that, guys. Just do it. It can help you. Just do it, right? Then when you're done with that, get endorsements as well for your skills. Ask all of your colleagues to endorse your skill, endorse you on that skill. Endorse each other, right? Just endorse. Then recommendations. Write recommendations or receive rather. Ask everyone you've ever worked with, whether it's a peer project or in high school or wherever. Just get as many recommendations as possible. I actually need to get more because I haven't collected in almost 2 years now. So yeah, get as many recommendations as you possibly can get. Add all your organizations and all these things. Fill in this profile with everything that you have. Then yeah, then you're winning in the competition.
You don't have much in your CV. It's just you just gotta be more like, for example, job experiences and why did you lie about it or
Don't lie. Don't lie.
but then the more less it looks like that's what's unethical in the company.
So then that means you need to do more things, you as a person. Because if you're saying you don't have things to fill in and you're worried about that, then that means you need to do more things out there. Do projects for companies, do projects at those projects. Yeah, just do more stuff, I guess. Don't lie. This tip that I gave you for LinkedIn skills, it's just there. I know about it. Consider it. It might work for you, but don't lie. Because if you lie and then they ask you about it, I was once very much embarrassed when I lied on my CV. You don't want to do that. Yeah. All right. Um, Question here. Can I list a degree that's not related to tech under education? Yes, please. Please do that. There are companies that hire, let's say they're hiring for a junior developer, but maybe at that time your dev skills are not that strong, but you have a degree in marketing or you have a degree in finance and you decided to change your career. There are companies that will truly appreciate that background of yourself to say, oh, you have an accounting degree. So that means you can do XYZ as well on top of the code. So do put it. It is quite important to add it. All right. Cool. I hope you guys are getting some value. And then once your profile is 100% set up, this is where most people struggle. And I really do not know or understand why. You have to create content, you have to post. It's daunting, especially on LinkedIn. It is quite daunting because you're thinking, oh, those HR managers and all these people are going to see my content and things like that. But that's what you want. You want people to notice you. Post regularly about everything that you do, whether it's a course that you've completed, post about it. A project that you're working on that's not even done, it's in progress, post about it. There was this guy that I saw with my own two eyes. His name is Siviwe. So Siviwe was building an Amazon clone, and he was doing, those 10, 12-hour videos on YouTube where he's like rebuild the clone, right? And then he did that. He started from scratch, day one of me rebuilding Amazon, day two, day three, until he got to day 21, and he was done with that website. He was called by Amazon and he landed a job. at Amazon. That's severe. Then Aiden also quite recently was posting about, he did that fractional dev redesign. On Webflow, and he posted about it. The founder of fractional dev reached out to me and to Aiden, talking about, would you like to come for an interview, things like that. Then for me, I was like, my gem is going. There's no way I'm gonna let this happen. I had to move quickly to secure Aiden, right? So do post, guys. People are watching. The thing about posting and creating content in general that I have realized, the majority, 99% of the people that watch your content will never like, they'll never comment, they'll never share. But best believe they've seen it. Best believe. Imagine uh, LinkedIn organic reach. LinkedIn has this power that Facebook used to have, where if your post is great and it's shared, it can go viral. You can go viral on LinkedIn. Just imagine 100,000 views on your posts on LinkedIn, and you just want one job. So it's so important to post content on LinkedIn. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know if I should. I don't know what I need to do. Hey, driving this point home is so difficult. I'm not seeing much. Please, guys, every day you need to post on LinkedIn. Okay? Do you promise me you're gonna start posting every day on LinkedIn? You promise? Please, guys. It's so we need it. Okay? And you will be happy, I promise you. You'll be very happy. Yeah. All right, cool. What if it's a degree that's so far from tech, like a film degree? Post it, put it there. Some companies will want. Some companies will have an on an online presence, and they need someone who can edit videos. And maybe in your film degree, you know how to write stories and edit videos, and they'll hire you to be a developer that also edits videos. So do put it there. Then suppose applying for a dev job for a film company could make you favorable. Yes, like what Campbell has said, right? If your profile is blank, you can collaborate with your fellow mates in the tech space, and you can land a job mostly if you can rebrand websites or come up with a solution to a social problem. Yeah, 100%. This thing of rebranding websites is a hack. If you want, let's say you want to work at um, Salesforce, then you do a Salesforce website redesign as part of your portfolio. Then you share it with everyone at Salesforce on LinkedIn. You just send it to them. You're getting noticed. You're getting a call, right? Nilisi spoke about the 555 method, but obviously you don't want to repeat garbage. How do you go about posting so regularly but with meaningful content? What's the 555 method?
Yeah, so in a week you push 5 times, comment 5 times, and comment 5 times, just to increase your listing skills, I guess.
Yeah.
You've been really doing training yourself with each and every day or each and every week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I tried that and I got my first strike from LinkedIn. They said the way I'm doing it is as if they asked me if I'm using like an AI tool to automatically connect and like and stuff like that. So like if you do it like regularly 2 times, it comes to a point where they strike you. And after 3 strikes, they ban you. So it must not be like straight. It must always be like the way they keep you sure.
Interesting.
It works for like, see, like when you were mentioning the day, like doing something like a day in the life where you take someone through projects. So the way why I said 555, because in most cases the time I give them basically to work on projects max is 5 days. It can be it's more, but you work on it like 5 days. So So you're just taking them throughout the process of, okay, now I'm building this project, and this is day one of me and my team. This is what we try to do. This is like basically the brains of the projects before it starts, and then you just take them through the entire thing, like the guy for the Amazon thing,
Yeah.
and also you just reach out to other, let's say now, some like don't be posting into whatever she's a data analyst or whatever. You're interested in the field, but you're not there yet. You ask questions. So how did you go about joining this? How did you stuff like that? And then just connecting with the people who are in the same industry as you want to join or you are in. Don't do it doesn't 5 minutes. I want to do this kind of like be done. Then you get stuck like that.
Okay, yeah, you can get strikes from LinkedIn for spam inviting connections and stuff. Yeah, be careful. Be careful. Just be careful. Okay, so in terms of how you go about posting regularly, but with meaningful content, you're learning new stuff every day, I'm sure, and I hope you're learning new stuff every day. So as you learn new things, just share what you've learned. Just share what you've learned. Whether you watched a very insightful video on Instagram, I mean on YouTube, I doubt there's anything insightful on Instagram. I think Instagram, out of all the social networks, is the worst. I think Instagram is the most harmful, the most Instagram. Anyways, just share as much. Share when what you learn. Just share it. If you're doing Node today, just say today I'm working on my Node blog. Make it like your diary, your public diary that is made for your ideal customer, i.e., the recruiter. If the recruiter will read your thoughts, what will they see on a daily basis? So that's what I would recommend. As you learn new stuff, you just post about the new stuff. Okay. Then network strategically, right? This is also quite important. When you're building a network, you need to have a plan. Uh, for example, which industry do you want? If you want to work in AI, if you want to work with data first companies, then you need to seek out the devs, the hiring managers, and recruiters at those specific companies. Then after you've added them, engage with them. Comment on their stuff, and build real genuine relationships. That's the key. The key is not just to spray and pray, although that can work. If you, for example, you want to work at FNB, then you just go and add all the HR managers and all the recruiters at FNB, and you start posting content and you start engaging with those people specifically. That's the strategy, right? You start engaging and you start getting noticed, especially if you see that there is a job post out for a certain position, then you're in a better place. So yeah, once you've nailed on your content creation, the next step is for you to actually network and meet new people. That's the whole point of LinkedIn: meeting new people and growing your professional network. Because remember, you're going to get a job from your network. You're not going to get a job because you stood out on a job board. That's highly unlikely, especially in today's very, very, very competitive environment on LinkedIn. And with many people taking online courses and boot camps and things like that, you have to stand out. You have to build a network. Okay. And then, like what Chumelo is saying, join groups, um, join Twitter, LinkedIn groups. They are also quite powerful. Although personally, I've never really delved deep into them, because I always see when you're in a group, the engagements are always so low. I don't know if it's my groups. Is it my groups? I think my groups are the ones with the problem. But yeah, LinkedIn groups are also they're also good for you to learn from others, ask questions, and even get noticed. Because the thing about groups is you're taking this whole big LinkedIn and you're making it tailored to maybe JavaScript developers only, or this group is for front end developers only, and things like that. It's a great way to learn for sure because you are surrounded by like minded people with the same mission as you. So do make use of LinkedIn groups. In Tabile's question, can you do the same with Twitter and get recognition? The answer is yes. Twitter does have a community. The answer is 100% yes. Do it on Twitter too. Yeah, it has Twitter. You can also go viral. You can also follow communities. Yeah, Twitter works as well. Although LinkedIn for job search is number one, but in terms of growing your overall online presence, then yes, go on Twitter as well. I would also recommend TikTok. Of course, I'm gonna recommend TikTok because there's no other platform that offers you organic reach as wide as TikTok. You post videos on TikTok today, you start getting 2,000-3,000 views if your videos are good enough. 2,000-3,000 views, or maybe even 500-600 views. You're getting a lot of people watching your content. And the more you post, the more your algorithm pushes your content to the ideal people that you want. Take TikTok seriously. Don't go on TikTok to doom scroll and watch all these funny little videos and have a good time. And then before you know it, you spend 2 hours just scrolling. Use TikTok as a weapon to grow your personal brand. You have no idea. You have actually no idea the kind of opportunities that can come from TikTok. Like you have no idea. You'll be so shocked. You get the most random opportunities on TikTok. So yeah, do check that out. Highly recommended. And yes, what Kinelo is saying also, post consistently. If you can post twice a day, then you are off to the race. You're in a different league. We don't put you in the same league as those that don't even do anything online. They're just not doing anything online. I honestly don't understand why anyone in this day and age will not have an online presence, will not post stuff on social media when we all know the average person spends 4 or 5 hours a day on social media and your face is not there. I don't understand. Is it fear? Is it a lack of self-confidence? Is it not knowing what to post? I really don't know what it is, but whatever it is, you need to fix it. Yes, yes.
Also use tags. TikTok has internal groups. Like it's in groups. There is TikTok for tech, TikTok for foodies and all that. So just don't forget to use hashtags when you post. It leads you to the right group of audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Do use hashtags in your posts. Yeah, hashtags will send your content to the right people, the relevant people. So, yeah. Also, Tumelo is saying go live and talk about tech. It worked for me. Yes, go live, go live, go live, go live. Post videos, engage. Please, guys, don't if you struggle to land a job and then I look at your LinkedIn and it's not optimized, I look at um your content, you're not creating much and you're struggling to land a job, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. I think you guys, you all know you know what you need to do. If you don't do it, then don't run to the internet and say Microsoft is a scam because you didn't put in the work. Do this and then tell me that I'm struggling in getting a job. Then Microsoft is a scam. Then I'm lying. Yeah.
What do you talk about when you go live? Is it troubleshooting? Are you giving ideas? Are you advising?
Yeah, so ideally you want to have a topic, right? Let's say today, yeah, today you're just sharing about your journey in your experience in JavaScript. Then you just start talking. The thing about it is you just need to start. The first 2, 3, 5 minutes are the most awkward. But once you start getting people joining, maybe now you have 10 people, 15 people, they'll start asking you questions. And then you can start explaining on that question. And before you know it, there's another question and another question. So do talk about your day, but if you can, my tip also would be to teach something. You've learned a concept, just teach that concept to your watchers. Yeah. Okay. Make it a diary and share your journey. Yes, I agree with Tumelo there. Cool. So the last thing that you need to do is to make an ask. So this is one thing that I've just recently learned about LinkedIn. If you ask someone for a favor or a job, the worst that they can say is no. The worst thing that can happen if you make an ask on LinkedIn is no response. That is the worst thing. You write a well crafted message, you spend maybe 30 minutes researching that person, and you send a very personalized, very customized message. The worst thing they can do is to not reply you. That's the worst thing. The second worst thing is maybe they might reply you and then tell you, no, I'm not hiring right now. Right? Rejection. It sucks. Those are the two bad things. You will not die. You will not feel any pain. You will not collapse. Nothing serious will happen. But the upside, if you win, is immense. I would say don't do no disrespect to 555, right? I would say reach out to 10 new people a day. If you're really serious about landing your job, reach out to 10 new people every single day on messaging. Um, you connect with them and then you send them a message with your connection request. A tip that I've seen work is to offer a 30-day trial period where you go to a company and you say, I'm looking for a job as a junior developer. I can also do XYZ. This is what sets me apart. I would like to work with your company for just 30 days. If you don't see any value, or if I'm not doing the job well enough, what you're assigning me, then you can fire me. But if I exceed my expectations, then you have an asset. Then you will get a lot more responses, right? The worst thing to do is to walk into reach out to someone with insane salary expectations and be like, I want 30,000 a month when you're unproven, you're untested. That's not gonna work. You need to give. You need to first give, show them what you can do for them, and then it'll be so easy for them to hire you. That's what Melissa did. Remember?
Yeah, shoot your shot. Life in shoot. The market, you go for the ladies, go for the recruiters and bosses and CEOs.
Yeah.
And look today.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Do shoot your shot. Do shoot your shot. His deal was, I want to be a mentor. Just give me 1 month. If I don't perform, I don't perform. Then it's like, okay, fine. Because to the company, there's no risk. And also to you, even if you don't end up getting that job, you're going to learn a lot because they're going to open their doors to you. You're going to see what's going on and things like that. That is my tip, my recommendation. Offer a 30-day trial period. You will not, you will not die. Okay? Do try this, guys. I'm telling you. I promise you, this works like a charm. Okay. And then when you get a website revamp opportunity, where would one host it? I know we use Netlify, but the domain names are random words. Even when a person looks for it in a search engine, it does not show up quickly. So you can continue with Netlify, it's still fine. You can share a Netlify link to your portfolio that has other links to your projects, other Netlify links to your projects. This is what you do if you don't want to pay for hosting, right? Just create a portfolio website that has all your projects listed on Netlify that directs people to those Netlify links again. It's okay. If you can afford hosting, and hosting can be as cheap as I think 50 Rand a month, you can buy a domain for your portfolio website. Maybe you call it mbalipuso.com or .co.za or whatever. Then put your projects on that website. That will also make you stand out because a lot of people will just have those Netlify or GitHub pages or Heroku links, but you have a domain. That also makes you stand out. But it does come at a small cost. All right. And then lastly, building a strong LinkedIn presence takes time. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Just keep pushing. It takes time. It takes time for the algorithm to start recognizing you as someone who creates content on the regular. It takes time for people to notice you. Everything that's worth having takes time. But I think 30 days, 30 days of consistent posting, consistent networking, consistent sharing with a well-optimized profile picture, profile video, all these things, that should be more than enough to generate a lot of interest and to land your job. The best people don't need MailSoft to get a job. They listen to this content, they go and implement, and they get their jobs on this, on their English, guys. By themselves, yes. The best people, they get them by themselves. If you get to level 10 and you still don't have an internship and you're in level 10, it's either A, you were not trying at all. I think that's the only reason is you were not trying at all. You were not posting, no one knows about you. You want to start your job search after you're done with school. And that's fine, but I don't recommend it. I recommend you to start creating your LinkedIn right now because also your LinkedIn profile will serve you even after you've landed a job. Because I'm sure you want side projects and freelance gigs and all these things. So do start now. I will be checking, especially for general code. Especially general code. I'm gonna share a link. I don't know if I should just share a link so that we do it one-on-one with everyone because your LinkedIn's need to look proper. I think we can do that for next week. And then, yeah. So that brings us to the end. Do we have any questions? Do you have any questions in the chat? No. And reach out to people for mentorship. Yes, I definitely recommend that to Melo. Do reach out to people for mentorship. That is also very key. So yeah, that's all from our side. I don't know if this slide is going to show up. Yes. So for those that are not students yet, we do have a job readiness program that only goes for 997. And in that program, we will cover your LinkedIn. We will do a free consultation and help you redo your entire LinkedIn, your entire CV, your entire portfolio, how to answer interview questions, how to do video interviews, what to wear, how to answer the most common interview questions. just basically help you prepare to land your dream job. So if you're interested in this, please do send us an email on hello@mousesoftacademy.com. But also just follow us on social media for more concrete instructions on how to join this bootcamp. So yeah, if there are no more questions, that is the end of our chat today. See you guys on the next webinar or in-person event. Do come through, guys, to the in-person event next week. We're hosting yet another networking event, just 100 Rand to meet me. I think I'm worth more than 100 Rand, right? Right? Yes. But I'm just playing, guys. Do come through to the in-person event. Let's meet, let's network, let's shake each other's hands and build a real professional network in the tech space. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next one. The event is next week here at WeWork on the 23rd of May. Cool. Thank you, guys.